Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my college experience and advice on if you're starting college or you're moving to college or whatever you're doing. So first I'm going to start with why I chose college over sixth form. And the first reason was I wanted to start something different. I wanted a fresh start. I'd been in my secondary school for so long, and although they did do A-levels that I could have done to get into nursing, I knew I wanted to go into nursing. I just thought it's a fresh start. Most of my friends there anyway, I didn't have that many, were leaving to go to college as well, and so I just thought it was the right decision. And that's the main reason. But also because I wanted to do a BTEC, I wanted to give it a try instead of A-levels. I'm not the best in exams, I'm not the best academia, is that how you call it? Yeah, so I wanted to do a BTEC, and I knew that a BTEC involved placements, which I was interested in, which is sort of, if you don't know what placements are, they're where you go somewhere to do with the course you're doing in the chosen subject, and you do lots of like skill work. Well, you're mainly observing, but you can do some things depending on what type of placement it is, and it just gives you that experience, and it's good to put on your CV and for when you go to uni. So I thought that would be really helpful and a good way to just experience what your job might involve in the future. So what I would say is people who want to go to college, know what you want to do. You can do A-levels, that's fine. Mine was a sixth form / college, so you could do A-levels there. I was actually going to do AS, psychology on the side. I haven't actually explained what course I did. So I've done Health and Social Care Level 3 BTEC Diploma, and I'm going to uni in September. I feel like everyone looks on that as something that isn't equivalent to A-levels, even though it is worth 3 A-levels. So I don't really know why people just assume that a BTEC, oh, it's just for people who don't get C's in their GCSEs, all that rubbish. It's not. You have to get 5 C's to get in. Yeah. There have been like some bad teachers and stuff, but I suppose you get that with some A-levels as well. I'm not sure, haven't done an A-level, but in the second year it did look forward, and we all achieved like the grades we wanted to. What other things? Sorry, I've just got some notes down here, so I'm just looking at them. Yeah, so I think I've explained the reasons why I chose college now. And now I'm going to do a bit of background talk about what college is like, essentially. So college is much more free than school. It's much more flexible. You call the teachers by their own names, so it's not as formal, I would say, as school, and they're just a bit more laid back and open, and they understand sort of if you've got something, if you have to, they have to extend a deadline, then they'll do it for you and understand if you have problems at home, things like that. And at school I feel like, because they have so many things to think about, different classes, different ages, that sometimes people's problems are brushed under the carpet, but I think you're listened to more at college, yeah, I have to say that. And also it's just nice getting to know different ages as well, because at school you're all 17 or 18, but at college, like, there was a girl who was 20 in my health and social care class, so you get to know them. That's a positive, really. I go to tutor sessions each week, which are a little bit pointless, not gonna lie, in first year, just learning about random weird stuff, but in second year your tutors help you with your personal statement, what to do, like where you should be at, all that, applying for uni and stuff, so that is really helpful. I think that is everything I have to say about college. Now I'm going to move on to my own experience with college. So my experience, I did enjoy it, I didn't love it, but you're not going to love everything you do. There were times when I thought, should I have done A-levels? Should I not? Because I could have done something like biology, psychology, and then just a random one, because you only need that really to get into nursing. It doesn't even matter, you could do art, technology, whatever, and still get into nursing, which I think is a bit strange because you won't know any science. And yeah, it was okay, but it wasn't amazing. The one thing I didn't like was travelling. The reason why I picked that college was it seemed good, I wanted a fresh start, but it was quite a while away. I had to get the bus each morning quite early. I could have picked a college right near me where I could have walked to, but I decided against that because I knew loads of people going, and also it wasn't as good of a college. Yeah, when I looked round and stuff, I just had more of a feel for this college, but it was further away. And now I'm going to talk about my friendships at college. So for the first few weeks, I was a bit, I don't know, got to know Megan, who is a really good friend of mine in my health and social care class now. It was a really small class, so we got to know each other quite well, especially in second year. I think everyone opened up because there was more people in the first year, but then some dropped out, did different stuff and all of that. So then it left us with, let me count. Yeah, there was only 7 of us in the second year, which is ridiculous size of a class, but it was really nice getting to know them. So I got to know her friends as well, and yeah, we became quite close. And then in October we started just hanging out with all their friends, and yeah, it was nice. But then that lasted all the way through first year actually, but then it got to second year. I can't actually remember which month we started not really speaking. I wasn't even going to college as much though, so there wasn't as much opportunity for us to hang out, but we started sort of not losing interest, but drifting apart as friends do. They come and go, and me and Megan, we would just go into our lessons and then going sort of home, making our way home, because of BTEC you don't have you do have as many lessons timetabled as A-levels, but because you start finishing your assignments in about May, then you start on going less and less to college, if you see what I mean. So that's why we went home, and I was actually driving by then, so I was driving myself to college and back. So I didn't really have an opportunity to sit at college like first year where I was getting the bus constantly. Another negative actually is that because you're in such a small class, you don't have the opportunity like A-levels, say you were doing 3 subjects, 1 AS or whatever you're doing, and then you go into 3 separate classrooms for your lessons. It's just the same routine every week, so you go into your lessons and you come out with the same people, and so I feel like I have missed out on, because there was only one boy on my course, I missed out on the sort of opportunity that you get with A-levels to socialise more with boys and lads whatever, and I could have done A-levels, but it just wasn't meant to be, was it? I'm going to do 5 tips of advice. So number one is to just be open about going to college, be open about talking to people, making new friends. Probably one thing I regret is maybe not being as confident by just going up to random people. I know it can be really daunting, but it's the only way you make friends, especially if you're doing something like a BTEC like I did. Put yourself out there, go to as many clubs. I did do enrichments for a bit and stuff like that, which I was glad about, but then people stopped sort of going and I didn't really make friends through that. But if there are enrichment programs and like extracurriculum stuff, get involved and just put yourself out there. Number 2 is that to stay organised, make sure you plan in advance, especially if you're doing something like a BTEC. Assignments, it's really helpful if you plan in advance which ones you want to get done first and prioritise the ones you want to get done first, and handing them in before the deadline, even if it's a few hours before, a day before, whatever. It'll make you feel better. Make sure you don't miss a deadline, because otherwise you can get into trouble and things like that, and you don't have the opportunity to do a research. Number 3 is to get your personal statement done early. I didn't put mine in until January, so I wasn't that early, but if you can, try and get it in for like about October, November. It'll just keep you less stressed if you're like revising and stuff or whatever. Number 4, I would say just always be nice and just be genuine to people, because the last thing you want is to get into loads of arguments with people and just be a stirrer. And yeah, just be true to yourself. Number 5 is to make sure, this is a really random one, but have a sturdy bag, because I was carrying my laptop every single day, and one time, well, I think it was when I got home, I'm not really sure when it happened, but one of my bags did break, so that wasn't helpful. So that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it was helpful to any of you starting college, or maybe sixth form. Maybe it was a bit helpful, even though I haven't experienced it. So lots of love, and subscribe if you haven't already.